It's the casualisation of the workforce, the use of this bogus self-employment, basically. It's absolutely killing national agreements, what we used to have on jobs. It's totally undermining it. Your workers' rights are gradually drifting out the window, basically. Holiday pay, expenses, proper overtime rates, PPE given, things that we've had to fight for in the past are gradually now just getting eroded.
Because these agencies, they are just parasites. They want you to work for that company for as cheaply as possible, so their profits are bigger. And I've been in that situation myself where I hate being an agency, because it brings on a stress and anxiety. Because what happens is, you're scared to have a day off.
To me, self-employment, you are a company. You go to a job and you go to wherever, and then you say, well, how much will it be for that, to do that job? And you supply the materials, you supply the labour, and you then determine how long it's going to take you, how many men you're going to put on that job. And then you get a lump sum or whatever your payment terms you've agreed. Now, this bogus self-employment, they just want it's just your labour we're after. We tell you when you have your breaks, we tell you what time to start, we tell you what time to finish. You're not self-employed.
What they're doing is, they're just working for the agency, because the agency paid them the wages.
They're just paying your tax in a different way, and that's the only thing that I can see. And to me, that's bogus self-employment. You've got no rights at all. You can be finished up with a tap on the shoulder. Oh, by the way, you're finished in the next hour. If you're not feeling well, ring up and go, okay, I can't come in, but I'm going to send such and such in my place. No, they won't have that. You don't go to work, you don't get any money at all, you know what I mean? So, and in the end, these agencies, these companies will take advantage of the lads, because they're not working under a set agreement, a wage agreement, and they start paying less and less and less per hour, and it's just a race to the bottom. And we've all seen it. And some of these young lads coming into the industry haven't seen that yet. They're just looking, no, this is great. We're getting £23 an hour. You're only getting £19 an hour cards in. They're not looking at the big picture. Hang on, we get holiday pay, we get pensions, we get expenses, we get PPE, we get all our training paid for. Multitude of things that we get given as you're directly employed, and you've got more workers' rights and more security that you can have in the contracting industry. And they just don't see this, and they just think the norm now is this bogus self-employment.
Direct employment only. That's the only way to go. That way you can negotiate your terms and your conditions. You can have that bargaining tool, where you collective bargaining, where you can sit down and talk to the employer through your steward and your union. We need that unity again, that camaraderie, the way it was when I first come into the industry 40 years ago. To be in a trade union, you have that unity, that strength, where if one of you say it, you're gone. But if 40 of you say it, then they have to listen to you. 9 times out of 10, you come to an agreement, and the lads would be happier, and everyone was happy, and it was a content workplace.
I wouldn't understand why anyone wouldn't be in a trade union. If you're working, you want some protection. You want to know that you're not going in on your own trying to fight against possibly a global company. You want to have a backing of someone. And to me, that is the basic fundamental of a union.
Well, union organisation anywhere is important. We need to have that power and that balance of power to turn around to our bosses, to our managers, and say we need more, we need better standards of living. With the cost of living at the moment, we need better pay rises, we need sick pay. And I think in the construction industry specifically, health and safety is key. We need the union there to protect our staff, to protect our members, certainly when we've got managers around cutting the red tape, and we're seeing a lot more health and safety issues at work that are costing positions, causing injuries, and maybe even taking lives.
We're on our own in the workplace, so what do? We band together and we join and we collectively fight for what we're due. We fight for the rights we've already won to be implemented for a start. We fight for decent pay. We fight for decent conditions. But now we're having to fight against the attacks that are being made on people on a daily basis to try and maintain what we already had.
We now know that the main political parties are not coming to save us. No one's coming to save us. The only people who can save us is ourselves. The working class needs to mobilise and do that through the union movement. And in order for us to do that, everybody needs to be in a union.
The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated.